Hey there, Board Game Brody here with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table like this one, Pathfinder Dice Conquest by Wizkids. This is a cooperative game where each player controls a hero to defeat creatures and eventually face off against the final foe. If any hero fails and doesn't make it to defeat the boss, then all players lose the game together. Each player chooses a hero that holds their own special ability, as well as a critical hit value and a critical hit ability. Both of these you will want to take advantage of, and other players will want to help set up other heroes so that they can use these powers as well. Each hero starts the game with a certain amount of health depending on how many heroes that are playing in the game. There will be a stack of creatures with the boss card being on the bottom. The game is played in rounds where 3 cards from the creature deck they come out to a display of creatures that you can fight. Their health is shown on the top left, and the creature might have an ability shown in text on that card, but also some have a reveal effect that you'll perform once that card is revealed. You'll be rolling all the dice and placing them on one of the revealed creatures to give it damage to try to defeat them. Watch out, as if you are not able to defeat the creatures in that round, they will then return with giving you damage. Their abilities will be things like needing specific dice to defeat them, using only odd or maybe even dice, not being able to roll dice, or not being able to use some of your powers. Things like that, But I'll leave the other surprises for you to discover. The first player will take the dice and roll them all, and place them in an area which you will call the available dice area. Once the dice is used, it will be then placed in a spent dice area. You need to keep them organized. The dice are rolled. Players then use their abilities at any time, but they can also choose a die to use for attacking. They can either keep the value already shown on that die, or they can decide to re-roll that die and keep the new value that they just rolled to use. Once you re-roll it, you're stuck with the new value. The die is then placed on a creature, hitting it with that much strength. If the combined values on the dice on that card are equal to or more, the creature is placed in the discard pile and the creature has been slain. If the creature possesses a magical item, which is shown on the very bottom of that card, then you will gain it and be able to use it whenever you want. The next hero will then take a turn following the same steps. Choose a die to attack a creature with, keep the shown number, or re-roll it. You can use your critical hit ability by using a die matching your hero's critical hit value, and then place the die on top of the creature card of your choice. You will slay the creature if the sum of the dice on that card meets or exceeds their health. If they have any magical items, then again you will keep it to use for later. The round ends when either all creatures have been destroyed, all dice have been placed, or if a player decides to pass. If there are any creatures still remaining, then players will then take damage, starting with the first player and then moving clockwise. This value is shown on the top right of the creature card. That's how much damage you will take. Players can choose to remove or keep any placed dice on their cards. The first player token is moved to the next player. 3 new creatures are then revealed, and you resolve any reveal effects at that time. All of the spent dice are then re-rolled and then moved to the available dice area to start the new round. Spells are added to make the game harder or more fun. You will roll the die shown on that card, and then you will either pass or fail according to your result. If you pass, you gain its shown success result or ability. If you fail, you will gain the fail result, and then the next player in clockwise order will go until the spell has been successful. The game continues until the players get to the boss. This might take a couple rounds for the players to defeat the boss, and that's okay. Once the boss is defeated, the game ends, and all heroes win the game. But if a hero dies during the game, then all players lose together. And well, that's Pathfinder Dice Conquest. It's a cooperative dice rolling monster fighting game by Wizkids. The cards come out differently as you play different times, and you can make the game harder as you figure things out as well. The specialty is the dice in this game and how you use them. You can purposely place a die that's maybe low on a monster so that you can use an ability to, make it better. Obviously, if you roll all high numbers, you don't have to worry all too much about, not being able to defeat them. But the problem is figuring out what to do when all the dice have low numbers. You want to help each other out by giving each other values that, match each other's critical hit value or things like that. So really take advantage of your abilities to change the dice so that you can defeat the monsters. Monsters are different, and also deciding which ones to defeat before others can be important because some will not let you do certain things. But ultimately, this is a game that is all about dice rolling and using the dice to allocate to different monsters to move forward in the game. There are 3 main bosses to defeat and a bunch of creatures mixed in with magic cards to change up the norm of the game and the feel of the game each time you play. If you like that kind of stuff, then you'll have to check this one out. I've had some success playing with it with my kids, so it would be a fun game to also, introduce kids into using dice and starting to use strategy, to get by and to survive in this game. Again, it's Brody with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table like Pathfinder Dice Conquest, a dice rolling monster punching game by Wizkids. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We are working hard to bring to you videos like this one so you know if these games are ones that you want to get to your own table.